Hi all, welcome to part 2 of session 19, and in this session we are going to explore how we can enable logging in our delete activity. Logging is a very useful feature when you are deleting something because in order to make sure that you maintain the track of what you have deleted, you should have a kind of system where everything that you are deleting is kept. Okay, so in delete activity, Microsoft Azure has provided you a feature where you can enable logging, and this log will be maintained on ADLS Gen 2 storage account. Okay, so this way you can easily track all the delete activities and make sure that if in case there is an accidental delete, you can set up the rules or processes to recover the deleted file. Okay, so logging is going to give you a kind of track where you can see what you have deleted, when it was deleted, and how to recover it. So let's go to our Azure portal and let's jump into the demo. So I'm going to go on my Azure portal, and in this portal I'm going to open my Data Factory Studio. Please remember that I'm going to use the same pipeline that I have used for session 19, that is part 1, where we actually saw how we can include delete activity in our pipeline. So now I'm in my Data Factory Studio. I'm going to click on my resource group, and I'm simultaneously opening my ADLS Gen 2 account as well. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this pipeline pl delete activate demo. So before I go and change this pipeline, let me change its name. It should be activity demo, not activate. So it is going to be activity demo. I'm not going to publish right now because I also have to make a couple of more changes. So I'm going to go in my containers, and in this I will go into my source container. Right now if you see, I don't have any files in it, so I'm going to put some files. For this I'm going to use the same files that are present in sync. So I have deleted it, but I have downloaded it before deleting them. So let me go back in source variable input. I will click on upload, and the files that I want to use are sitting in download folder. So I'm going to select file 1 and file 2. These files are same as last 2-3 sessions, where file 1 stores the employee information and file 2 stores the company information. Okay, now we are going into our data factory, and we are going to modify our pl delete activity demo pipeline. So here you don't have to touch anything in any of the activity. You have to simply go and click on delete activity, and here you have to go to logging settings. Right now if you see, you have enabled logging, that is unchecked because it is right now disabled. So you have to click on it, and then it is going to ask you for link service. So link service is basically you are going to you are going to give a kind of connected connection where you want to store the logs. So right now I think it is better to always use ADLS Gen 2 because it is cheap and durable. So I'm going to use our storage link service, ADLS Gen 2 storage link service, and it is asking me to provide folder path. So if you click on browse, you will see only two containers, source and sync, and I don't want to use these containers because these are for actual data. Rather than using this, I will create a new container that is going to be delete logs. Okay, so I have created delete logs here, and if I cancel and click on browse one more time, you will get delete log. Okay, and I will click on OK. So right now if you see, you have delete logs only. Hmm. But I want to also include date folder. So for example, if this pipeline runs today, delete log should store the file that is deleted in that particular folder, and the folder should represent the date on which it was deleted. Okay, so for this I can create an expression here. So I will first use concat, and in concat I will say name of the container, that is delete logs. Okay, I will click and put a forward slash, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on functions, and in functions I'm going to go into format date time. So format date time is going to give you a date format of your choice. So I'm putting year first, 2-digit month later, and after that date, and the date I want to use is UTC now. So it is going to give me the current UTC time. So I'm omitting UTC timestamp, I'm just following the date. Okay, so here also after this I want to put a forward slash. So this is how the folder structure will look like. So I'm going to click on OK. So ultimately it is going to create a folder with YYYY, that is 2024 0220 as folder, and in that you will put the it will put the file name that has been deleted. Okay, so this is what you have to do to enable logging. Now I am publishing everything. It is published. Let me validate. There are no complaints from the data factory. That means we are good to go. Now I'm going to click on trigger now, but before clicking on trigger, let's see. I think I have put the files, but still, let me just double check. Let me click on trigger now. Okay, view pipeline run. Now the pipeline has started executing. So let's wait and let's see what happens. So copy file from source to sync, that is first file is being copied. First file has been copied. Now the second file is in progress. Okay, it is in queue. Yeah, it is in progress now. Just see the integration runtime also. So see, auto resolve integration runtime is being used for the copy activity. Okay, so the compute power that is being used is shown here, integration runtime. We will talk about integration runtime in future, but before that I just want you to do some hands-on and make sure you are proficient with how to use data factory, and post that we will see the theory part of it. Okay, so pipeline run is successful. Let's see, pl delete activity demo. Okay, everything worked as it is. Now there is, okay, so let's see. Yeah, so files have been deleted from source, and these should be present in sync. So let's go into containers. In sync, if you go and check, you have file 1 and file 2. Now let's see what is there in the delete logs. So in delete logs, you see we have today's date as a folder. So 2024 0 to 20 is going to be the folder name. Now if you do this activity tomorrow, it is going to give you 0 to 21, and that is how you will be able to divide your data in different partitions. It is easier for you because based on the dates you will be able to manage logs efficiently. So based on this, you can create rules in order to delete the folders that you don't want to maintain. So if log is older than 2 years, you want to delete it, this way it will be much more easier. Now if you click, you have a folder with a arbitrary name, and in this you have this particular file. So it's a CSV file. Let's see what's the purpose. 00430. Okay, so this is not pipeline run for sure. Okay, so it's an arbitrary file, and the folder name is also arbitrary. You cannot relate with anything. So here if you go and click on edit, you see it is given here. So your name of the file, category, status, error. So there is no error, so that is why this is empty, but status is deleted. So this is how you can maintain the log of whatever you delete using delete activity from data factory, and make sure that in case anything goes wrong, you always have logs to look into and see what you can do to recover the accidental deleted file. Okay, so this was a short session because it is not very complicated to set the logging. And why I showed you, because it is important, because something is getting deleted, so that is why you should always have a second option in case you delete something accidentally. So logging is a must in case of delete. There are other activities also that support logging, but in delete you should always try to have a logging uh, link service enabled. So you should have a link service where you are putting all the deletes and it is safe there. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today, and we will see in the next session. And in the next session, let's see what we can cover. So in the next session, let's try to cover a new activity. So in the general section, we have covered delete, execute pipeline. Okay, we will see fail activity in the next session. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today, and let's meet in the next session.